Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed, and this is Fans View TV. Joining me is Wale, a Real Madrid fan. Champions League game is over, and it ended in a draw, 3-3 draw with against Man City. So, what do you have to say about the game, Wale?
First of all, I'm not happy. Uh, of course, I'm not happy because this happened at the Bernabeu, and I felt like we should have taken advantage of the situation that we were in, which was playing at home. Because I know City is a very formidable opponent at the Etihad because they haven't lost there in a long time. And going by last season also, we know what happened. So yeah, I I'm not happy, but I still believe that Madrid is going to qualify.
So, the first goal you guys considered in the first 2 minutes, were you expecting Lunin to do better?
Absolutely. For a goalkeeper that has performed really well this season, standing in for Courtois, which I mean led to the contract renewal, which is ongoing currently. And for someone like that, I definitely expected better, but I think his inexperience showed a bit because he wasn't expecting Bernardo Silva to play the ball the way he did it. So he was, um, he didn't arrange the ball good enough, basically, because he wasn't expecting it. So I definitely expected better from him. And I'm sure if it was, I believe if it was Courtois, I mean, that could have caught any goalkeeper, but I believe if it was Courtois, he would have made it. But having said that, yeah, I think Lunin is still a fantastic keeper, just didn't do well there.
Okay, but I think after that goal, I think the first goal woke you guys up, and you guys were able to take the
Absolutely.
game to them, and before you knew it, you guys equalized.
Absolutely. I think sometimes it's an advantage when you consider an early goal, at least the way I see it, uh, because it then like really wakes you up to, you know something is going wrong and you know you need to change things. It's better to realize early in the game than much later. So I think that definitely woke the team up. And that was what led to the constant pressure that led to the following two goals.
But did you like Ancelotti's approach today? Because I think,
Uh,
in my opinion, you guys didn't give City enough space. They didn't have much time on the ball like other teams. Will I say you guys didn't give them that respect? You didn't show them that respect like that. So did you like his approach?
I like his approach. But I mean, his approach, we were set up well tactically because in the beginning, the plan was, to attack in a 4-3-3 formation and defend in 4-4-2. And that was working well. Remove the early goal that we considered. I think that was working well in the first half. So every time we were pressing them, we were switching to a 4-3-3 formation and pressing them from the front. And every time they broke the first line, we dropped back to a 4-4-2 formation. And that helped us contain them deep. So I like the approach because given given the kind of quality that Real Madrid has, I think uh, it, uh, it really showed in the game. It showed in how uh, we were pressing them and how we were keeping the ball and hitting them on counter attack in the first half. Because that was Ancelotti's approach in the first half to hit them on the break, and that was why he started with Cruz as the left interior midfielder. So Cruz could drop into Mendy's position, get the ball, and send it forward. And so it worked well in the beginning, and I think that was what led to the first goal and arguably even the second goal.
Okay, the second half, let's talk about the goals that they scored in the second half. Wow. The three goals that were scored in the second half were just whew.
Absolutely,
Which one was your
absolutely.
best? Which one did you
To be
select?
I'm not being biased, but it's Valverde's because that was such a beautiful goal.
So what about this person? So Guardiola.
It was nice, but we've seen many of that.
But
It's
don't you
not
think
special.
don't you think your defenders gave them space and time to take those shots?
So the two goals from City in the second half, they came at a time when City was really controlling the possession, and the confidence and their confidence was growing, and consequently we were seeing a lack of character in our players. I think we relaxed a little bit. We let them grow into the game, and when they grew into the game, they started passing the ball, and like I always say, if you allow your opponent too much time on the ball, they'll find what will eventually work, because they'll keep trying and trying until they find what works. So that was what happened. We let them have the ball. They tried different approaches, didn't work, and until they finally found what worked. So we let them have the ball too much, and I think because we're passing it a lot, our forwards were running out of breath, so they got tired. Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vinicius. They got tired. Rodrigo still tracked back a lot, Bellingham also to an extent, but just because the ball was moving around too much, our forwards got tired, so we lacked that support from the forward guys to actually, begin the first line of pressure there. So yes, we let them have the ball too much, and that was how they were able to find what would work, and it did work for them twice, back to back.
So going forward, what do you expect from Ancelotti? Going forward, what do you expect? What do you
Um,
expect from Ancelotti? Because the Etihad is going to be difficult for you guys. So what do you expect Ancelotti to do at the Etihad?
I I want Real Madrid to play ball, because so Ancelotti had two approaches in today's game. All right, in the first half, we played with Cruz, who's very good at distributing, the ball and changing the pace of the game basically. And like that's a skill, and it really worked for him, for us, when he was able to do that. So we're hitting on the brakes, like I said earlier. Cruz would get the ball, distribute it, or change the pace, send it to another wing, and then we take it forward from there. That approach really worked, but the approach that I enjoyed the most was actually the introduction of Modric, because if I don't know if you noticed, Bellingham was hidden in the first half, and almost throughout the second half even.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's because Madrid was sitting too deep. That's because Madrid was sitting too deep and hitting on the break. For the most part, we were actually on the receiving end and trying to, even though we created more chances still than City, right? So the approach was effective in creating chances, but it was also ineffective in letting Manchester City take control of the game. So we traded the control of the game for attack, which was, but then with the introduction of Modric, we tried to do something different, which was keeping the ball on the ground and, utilizing our ball playing midfielders. And Bellingham then grew into the game because he had someone like Modric to, keep the ball
Lead
on
the
the
ball.
ground with and orchestrate things from the deep. So I would like us to go with that approach in the second leg, to actually play ball. But at the same time, I have seen my boys crack under pressure sometimes. I've seen them crack under pressure, and that was what happened also in the second leg at the Etihad, because we were just set up to soak up the pressure. And like I said earlier, City kept on trying, trying until they found what eventually worked. I wouldn't want us to do that, because it would be a repeat of last season's second leg. So I would want us to actually keep the ball in the second leg and actually play ball, because we have a lot of ball playing midfielders. Come on, look at Kamavinga, Tony Cruz, Bellingham. Tchouaméni is not going to be playing the second leg because he got a yellow card. But Militao is going to be filling in for him, so that's no problem there. So yeah, we need to utilize our ball playing abilities. We've done that a lot this season. I don't know why when it comes to City, we just let them have the possession, and you know. So I want us to actually play with courage in the second half and take the game to City. We will
Okay.
still have the opportunity to hit them on the breaks, but the primary tactic should be utilizing the interior midfielders to keep the game tight and keep the game in our control.
Okay. The second leg will be played in next 8 days, right? Yeah, 8 days. So can you beat your chest and say we are going to eliminate Man City?
If I tell you that, like, if I said that right now, that would be just a
So with what you saw
false.
today, that with the performance that you saw today, can you beat Man City at the Etihad like
With the performance that we saw today, definitely we can beat Man City at the Etihad. Is it 100%? Can I say what for 100% sure we'll do it? I can't because Etihad is Etihad right now. I don't know how they managed it, but they've turned it into a fortress, and they're riding on a very good wave of confidence at the Etihad right now. Sometimes confidence is more important than ability, even in football, because with confidence, you just have that extra bit of energy and belief that you can always do it. And that was what Madrid was riding on with all the comebacks in the Champions League and even in La Liga that we've been seeing. It's just the confidence that we've done it before, we can do it again. So that confidence is going to play in City's favor this time. I believe could play in City's favor, but I believe that we have what it takes to hurt them at the Etihad because at the end of the day, we're Real Madrid and we don't fear nobody. We're the best team in the world.
yeah, the best team in the world? Thank you very much for joining me, bro. We'll see in the next 8 days.
You're
Hala
welcome.
Madrid. Hala
Hala
Madrid.
Madrid. And just to add, I think we did a very good job in eliminating Rudiger. No, sorry, Haaland.
Haaland. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Rudiger did a good job on Haaland. Even
Rudiger did
last
an
season,
amazing.
even last season, I think Rudiger did a good job on Haaland, but Ancelotti made a mistake in the second leg and
Yes,
benched Rudiger. And that was when
yeah,
Haaland decided to like when Ancelotti benched what's it called? Rudiger. Haaland now had the space
Rudiger.
and time to do what he wanted to do. So Rudiger
Exactly.
did a good job today. But anyway,
Rudiger did an amazing job. I think he's the most informed player in Real Madrid right now and is our backbone, to be honest, because he's been the ever-present center back that we have. And he's the leader. Like you could see how he was leading the team from the back and, boosting their morale and all that. So a fantastic job. And that was evident in the fact that none of the goals was even scored from the box. All of the 3 goals were from outside the box. So Rudiger and Tchouaméni definitely did amazingly here. And we're going to meet Tchouaméni in the second leg, but thankfully, hopefully Militao would have gained some match fitness by then. And then we can see the partnership of Rudiger and Militao again. It's been long since we've seen that. We miss it. So yes, I trust my ball playing midfielders to give me the win. Camavinga is special, spectacular. Valverde was somehow hidden in the game today, but he showed up when he needed to.
yeah,
But I'm hoping he would have a better game next time. It's unusual for Valverde to be, hidden from a game, but yeah. He has the quality to still change the game, and we saw that today, and I'm expecting more from all of them next week.
all right, bro. Hala Madrid. Good night. Thank you for
Hala
joining me.
Madrid, my pleasure. Hala Madrid, cheers. Bye.